MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Chris Bassett, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Lewis is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands, always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And now a pitch on the way.
Nope, outside.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. That's lifted the other way out to left. Chasing after is Delmonico. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he is into third with a double.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, I know they've caught a little bit of a losing streak right now, but they got good veteran presence, great veteran presence in that clubhouse, and I bet you someone steps up today and says, this stops. We get it done today, boys.
And a base hit as the run will score from third, and the Blue Jays have grabbed a 1-0 lead.
I know we sit up here and talk about it a lot. Just grabbing the momentum, trying to tack on early runs as quick as possible. It allows the pitcher to go out there, relax, attack the strike zone. It keeps everybody in.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
Here's George Springer
The designated hitter.
as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Popped him up. Murphy over to his right, and that's the 3rd out. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Jays. Dylan Bundy will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last one to pick up a W in his last start when he got into the 7th inning. Let's see if he can make that 2 good, strong outings of 7+ innings back-to-back.
Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Greg Allen is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. Willie Adames is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Hit hard on the ground to second, taken in by Gregorius. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matty, I'm going to be looking to see if that guy in the 7th spot can continue to stay hot. This is a pitcher he's had some good success against in his career. He's hitting over 350 against him in a pretty good amount of at-bats. You can bet they're both aware of that, and we'll see who gets the better of who today.
Kyle Lewis is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. On now to the top. So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now batting, Didi Gregorius. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Cabrera's got it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. The early season batting line well above 300 coming into this one, so he'll look to keep that kind of success going. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oof, and it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
Have to find a way to take a deep breath right here and regroup. I know the umpire missed one, but you can't allow the next couple of pitches to be dictated by one bad call. Find a way.
And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
He's set. Here it comes. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first. And in now for the O's, Renato Nunez. And he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
And he just ramps up and 0-2.
Every time you go out there to hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Colin Moran goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Sean Murphy is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Wilmer Flores. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The windup and the 0-1.
Look out, 1-1.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. There to play it is Castro, and he's got it for the first out. So coming to the plate, Bryce Harper, who smacked a triple and later scored his first time around. This is line to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Nick Castellanos now, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw to Cabrera for an inning-ending double play. So here's Starlin Castro. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1. His past history with Dylan Bundy comes in with 6 hits in 17 at-bats. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. A ball and 2 strikes. Pops this one up, and the first baseman can't get there. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Here's another 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Starlin Castro is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. Miguel Cabrera comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Harper has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Next up is the sneaky pop of Mickey Delmonico. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Once again, a 3-2. And it's fouled away. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Bouncer to the left side. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Still down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rhys Hoskins. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Hoskins has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. The 1-2.
Inside, ball 1.
Grounded to short. Adames picks it up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. George Springer the next to hit. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Into right field. That's a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Carlos Correa stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Ball inside.
Springer leads off first with 1 away. Liner toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
2 are gone now in the Blue Jays half of the 4th. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to third. The tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. Blue Jays. So striding in, Greg Allen back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A little roller toward the hole. Hoskins has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Now at the plate, Willie Adames. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 4-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping in, Kyle Lewis. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. No runs, no hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in once again, Wilmer Flores. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Swinging a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Ooh, that was ugly. Howdy, if you're waving at me.
This pitch is popped up, and they're to bring it in as Cabrera for out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Fouled away. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Here comes another 0-2. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Hit hard back up the middle. Adames brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me overall he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Next will be the designated hitter, Colin Moran. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Jed Bingham takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Coming to the plate now, Nicholas Castellanos. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Allen moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Rhys Hoskins will stand in here, but before he does, let's take it back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. Castro has it. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. Striding forward now is the DH, George Springer. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Takes this the other way to right. Allen is there, and he'll make the catch to retire. Here's Starlin Castro. He'll start things off in the Baltimore sixth.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
The next 1-2 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. There to make the catch is Hoskins, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Miguel Cabrera. He flew out in his last at-bat. And that's in there for a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Sent out to straightaway center field. And Hicks will settle under this one for the second out. Now at the plate, Nicky Delmonico. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he takes ball one.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, probably call a meeting after this.
Count now, a ball and a strike. And here's one that misses, so it's 2-1 now to the Oriole left fielder. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Another one sent foul. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6. Next to bat for Toronto, Carlos Correa. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-1 home. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. High in the air out to center field. Lewis waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Wilson Ramos. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And that's the second out. Boy, he really had to go a long way to his left to get to that one, as is evidenced by Showtrack. Good first step and a great throw to get it there in time. Definitely took away what looked to be a hit off the bat. Aaron Hicks is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. From the stretch. Fouled off. Hit sharply on the ground. Castro's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Blue Jays held in check. They lead it 4-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Greg Allen will try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, 0-1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 1.
Stepping in, Willie Adames. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with it.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
And it's fouled away. On the ground to the right side. Gregorius is there, and there's out number 2.
Now batter.
Ready once again, Kyle Lewis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far so good.
And that misses. 2-1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a... Ready to begin the 8th, and set to go as the third baseman, Wilmer Flores. First pitch on its way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Coming to the plate now, Bryce Harper. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Gloved by Castro. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nicholas Castellanos. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Foul. 2 out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. He'll get it into second. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Into the box, George Springer. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Just short, hit hard. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Orioles nothing. And here's Renato Nunez. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
Now batting.
Here comes the first pitch.
Colin
Moran is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the 2nd out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sean Murphy is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Weak grounder down the line at 3rd, but this will get foul for strike 2. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the first pitch to him. Starlin Castro is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Kirby Yates comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Fouled away. Comes set with the 0-1. Line to the right side, and that is into right field, so the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they've widened this lead to 8 now. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
Dero, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Aaron Hicks comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two. Still only one out in the inning. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. Bouncer up the middle. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play. Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Lewis waits on it, and that ends the inning. Jays. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping up now, Nicky Delmonico. He's grounded out and struck out in his two trips to the plate. Fastball in there for a called strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only one free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Ready with another two-strike offering. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. Harper back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Greg Allen. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter.
Count is 2-1.
Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Baltimore down to their final strike. Too high, ball 3.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And a fly ball, and this should do it. Harper is there, makes the catch, and there it is, a no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show, and he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
Tonight, first for the victorious Blue Jays. They left 5 men on base. for the Orioles. No runs on no hits. One error. They left just one runner on base. Time of the ball game.